Okay, so in my last videos, I went through who was running migration, the IOM, and also running their hate laws, gender equality. They take a lead role with government and guards. I went through the countries of origin for migration, African majority, Middle Eastern, the summits, agreements, and how they were emptying out their prisons and siphoning them out through other countries through iPads. And now I'm going to go in a little bit into why I think it's all happening. So, in DR Congo, in September in 2023, there was 1,700 prisoners released from South African prisons as free men and deported back to Congo. And soon after, chaos ensued. In 2024, there was around 2,500 prisoners released in DR Congo to ease overcrowding. It started in August and it ended in September. But by December, there were skirmishes between rebels and government army. And by January 2025, all-out war with rebels taking over a town in Minova on the 21st of January and then marched on the city of Goma on the 26th. And these rebels were backed up by ADF, Allied Democratic Forces, and they are affiliated to Islamic State and the M23 from Rwandan troops. But the Congo government is being backed by China because China has big interests in DR Congo. In fact, they have interests in South Africa, Nigeria, Egypt, Ethiopia, and Zimbabwe, to name a few. A few years ago, China was lending African nations money at high interest rates, so high that countries could only pay the interest and never the debts. And when China called in on debts and they couldn't pay, China took the mining rights to the land. Africa holds 55% of the world's cobalt and 47% magnesia. DC Congo is considered the world's richest country in terms of wealth in natural resources, and most remains untapped, but is estimated at 24 trillion. It has the world's largest coltan reserve and a considerable amount of cobalt. And coltan is a dull metallic ore, but when refined becomes a heat-resistant powder, metallic tantalum, with the unique properties for strong electrical charge. And along with cobalt, there are two metals that are perfect for batteries and chargers to charge and run the cars, flying cars, run 15-minute cities. And with China's new AI, they have the smart technology to run and fly these machines. So that all you need to do is type or ask for a destination and it will bring you there. And so now the race is on for mass production because America also has interests in African soil and the AI race. In Tokyo and Dubai, these flying cars are already in production. And in England, a company called Small, 6 Mile Across London Limited, is building skyscrapers and producing these cars and flying taxis. There's a hub for flying taxis in Coventry now as well. We'll talk more about that later. So, if you want to tap into a country's full potential wealth, especially one seen as the richest in the world in regards to natural resources, well, you need the whole country. You can't mine where there's people. So you release the prisoners, most likely Islamic and rebels, and fuel and a spark to an already powder keg of tensions in the Congo, create a war and displace 178,000 people in the first month. And when those people flee and claim asylum, siphoned out with them are the criminals, terror groups like ISIS, Boko Haram, maybe even ADF. And it's not just the Congo. The Congo only had 528 people come here last year, but I suspect that will rise this year. But Nigeria is considered the richest country in Africa in terms of GDP, driven by vast oil supplies. And last year, they were the largest import to Ireland at 6,278. Zimbabwe 2,285, Algeria 3,018, South Africa, another wealthy country, 1,338. All mining countries rich in resources and are building 15-minute cities and connecting to China in the global agenda. They clear the people off the land, siphon out the criminals, send them to European countries. They keep their academic minds and skilled labourers to run the mines and build the cities. Think of like the Hunger Games, different districts, different uses, like the mining district, the lumber district, farming district. So Africa is a mining district, cobalt and other precious metals to run the cities. The Middle East is rich in oil needed to create the bodies for new flying technology and to run the machines, to dig the mines, build the cities. And coal is needed to make the steel. Germany is opening up coal mines now and tearing down wind farms to do it. Australia is a perfect place already. People live on the outskirts of the land and all the middle has vast steel mining potential. And they've already supplied and built most of China. South America had all the lumber to furbish offices, furniture, building, and underneath vast supplies of coal and oil. Bill Gates buying up all the farmland. Russia is even richer than China in resources like precious metals, oil, coal, which makes me wonder about the real intent with Russia there as well. But with the people out of the way and relocated to other countries, they now have access to all the resources they need to drive the industry, build the cities, and mass produce their AI technology in every possible way. See, it's all connected. It's a global agenda for control through 15-minute cities. It's politicised and politically driven around migration to divide and conquer and take focus with proxy wars, but with a business plan made by business capitalist minds, along with the IOM who run migration, backed by global banks and NGOs, to pave the way for industry and create a globe of 15-minute cities that will answer and give wealth to one capital. And I would imagine that's wherever the IO or the WEF and associates are. And to build it under our noses.